Hey there everybody, it's Marius Mostert here, and I just want to chat to you guys about my club competition I had at Goedetrouw Dam just the other day. And we had a little cast for cash on Saturday and Sunday, and I managed to catch the biggest fish on Saturday. Now, coming back and lying in bed thinking about what I actually did and maybe what was the cause for catching the bigger fish on the day, what did I do different, where did I fish different. I had the privilege of having one of the Fishtec charts on my Lowrance unit. So I've actually gone and put the chart in and on the evening, and going back and having a look at the areas I've fished, look at the areas where the other guys fished, look exactly what was going on under the water, all in the comfort of my own home, sitting on the boat, playing on my fish finder, and literally just teaching myself and learning and literally browsing the dam, having a look at what's going on there, not being privileged enough to stay close by to actually go and fish the dam on a weekly basis. I'm 3 hours away, so I need these charts to actually do my homework prior going to these dams. So it's a hell of a benefit. I mean, John has gone and done hours and hours of work, saving you as angler years in fishing on a particular dam. I mean, you need years of experience on a body of water to actually find out and see stuff that you can literally now see by a touch of a button. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to show you exactly where I was fishing on Saturday. I'm also going to show you where some of our other club members were fishing, not far away from where I was fishing, but the difference in the size of the fish on that particular day, on the particular structure. And on the naked eye, the structure looks similar, but if you actually dissect and you go under the water and have a close look, there's actually a difference. I've actually picked up, in my mind I thought there was one difference, which I confirmed looking at the charts afterwards, but then looking further there were actually two differences. So I'm going to grab a hold of the camera there. I'm going to show you on this finder exactly what happened and where the difference came in, and it's quite cool. So just bear with me quickly. Okay. Alright guys, there we go, camera turned around. This is the Lowrance TI2 unit. Like you can see here, I've got the Goedetrouw chart. Now guys, all those little A's and numbers are not my waypoints. I'm not that desperate. But what those actually are is aerial footage, drone footage, photos that John has taken of the dam right around. So each little A with a number there is a very, very cool aerial photo of the dam. So just to give you guys who know the dam a better idea, over here we've got the bailiff and the dam wall, and then there we've got the slipway. So I was not privileged enough to draw a good number, so I went out last on Saturday morning. So all the lacquer spots around here, the main lake area, were already taken. So nevertheless, I took a long run. Let me just go in a bit more. I went all the way up to T-junction, took a sharp left here by Holiday Inn around Python Point, and this long stretch here, I'm just gonna bring it out like that. Alright, so from here at the bottom, you can see it's written there, cliffs, all the way to Python Point there top is that bank that's basically full of pepper bushes. All the way from the bottom to the top, it's just pepper bushes. So it looks very lacquer, it looks very similar, but here's where the difference comes in. I started fishing right here at the bottom. So what I do is I click on one of the A's, and then I click on that shadow. Oh no, let's get another one. Click on one of the A's and just zoom in a bit more. Okay, like there, A230 or 231. Click on there, click on image. Alright, there you've got a nice picture of what that bank looks like. I'm going to zoom in a bit more. Alright guys, in the water you can see the pepper bushes all stacked up right there. Okay, that's not what's special. What's really special here is have a look at the rock. There's a lot of chunk rock, scattered rock, a wee bit of gravel on the bank that obviously runs into the water there. Also, something that I did not realize on the actual day is look at the gradient of the bank. It's a bit steeper than where I'm going to be taking you now. So I'm going to go out here and out again. Then I'm going to go a bit up where some of the other club members were fishing and only managed to catch a lot of small fish. So let's have a look. Where are we now? Okay, there's Python Point. They were fishing around here. Say there. Click on one of those images. Okay, there we've got A268. Then we click on the image. Alright, that's basically the start of this bank. Now look at the difference here compared to where I was fishing. There you've got a whole lot of sand, a little bit of mud, and look at the gradient of that bank. It's much shallower, much more evenly. Same pepper bushes. So if you don't really focus and try and look at the surroundings and look around you, look what's going on in the water, you'll think, you know what, we're fishing pepper bushes, the fish must be there, I'm doing what the other guys are doing, I should be catching. And in actual fact, that's exactly where the difference came in for me on Saturday. So a lot of the guys were fishing this bank and fishing the sandy area, where I was fishing the rocky area with the same pepper bushes, but my bank was a bit steeper, had the rock, and like I said, I managed to catch the bigger fish on Saturday. So on the day, that was the difference, and that is probably why I caught the bigger fish. On the conditions on that day, that's exactly what the fish wanted. Right, so in saying that, basically to conclude, we were all fishing the same bank. I was just fishing a different stretch, and my stretch had the rock and slightly steeper bank, where the other guys were fishing the same pepper bush but with a sandy bottom and a more gradual bank. And that's just where the difference came in. They caught a whole lot of more fish than me, but the size was smaller, and the bigger fish were just relating to the rock. So what's nice about these Fishtec charts now, I can come back home after a trip like that, and I've identified now the difference where I was fishing the rock or with the pepper bush. So I can actually go all around this chart, all around this dam, and actually go and plot all the areas that are very similar to the areas that I was actually fishing in. And as soon as I go on another trip like that, I can go to those spots immediately, give it a couple of casts. If the fish aren't there, move on. If the fish are there, obviously it's a bonus. And guys, for me, that's not as privileged to live really close to the dams. I mean, it's 3 hours drive to Goedetrouw for me. So I can sit at home and spend hours and hours on my fish finder at the luxury of my own home, and just check and see and look for areas, identify areas where there's some rock with some pepper bush. Obviously on another day they will relate to other structure, but on that particular day, that's what the fish were looking for. So when I'm back at the dam and I've got the similar conditions, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to immediately save those areas. I'm going to look for other areas around the dam with similar structures, save that, so I've got that as a backup if I need to. And guys, I can't put more emphasis on these, on the advantage of having these Fishtec charts. We've got a club competition coming up at the Midmar Dam soon, and myself, I've only fished there twice in my whole life, so I don't have any experience there. I don't have even close to the hours and time and years that some of the members have actually fished that dam and know that dam. And I mean, some of those guys will probably have 10-12 spots that I can immediately run to and obviously change between spots. The 2 times that I was there, I can maybe remember 2 or 3 spots that produced fish for me. So where these Fishtec charts actually come in now, when you have the Midmar chart, I can go weeks in advance and pop it into my Lowrance unit and actually run around the dam, have a look at those images, look where the rock is, look where there's some main lake points, where are the secondary points, where are your transitions on your banks, and go and plot those areas, and immediately I've got an advantage above the guy that does not have that chart. So guys, for the money that you spend to get these charts, it's worth every cent. And not just that, you're saving literally years and years of time, fuel, energy on the water by just having that chart, having a look at it at home, and just playing around with it. And at the end of the day, I mean, we go fishing to catch fish, and there's nothing less frustrating to go to a dam, spend all that time, money, effort, and not catch the fish. So if you've got these finders, do your homework, play around. I mean, it's fun after all, especially that week that builds up to your competition, or even if it's a social trip. Going and identifying some areas on the dam makes it so much more fun to lie in your bed and think, okay, I've got that rocky point there, I've got that little island that I spotted that's below the surface that maybe some people don't know, and actually arriving at the dam and go fish those areas. And I'll promise you, the reward by catching a fish off a particular structure that you've identified at home on your unit, I mean, that's priceless, guys. That's just, it's great. So if you are interested in these charts, I know John is running a huge special now. I think first time buyers have got like 50% discount on those charts, and if you buy, I think 3 units or more, there's a 20% discount. So if you do own a Lowrance unit that is compatible with these Fishtec charts, I urge you to get them. I've only started using them now, and I must say it's a hell of a lot of fun. It's very interesting, and you just get that little bit of edge above the guy next to you that might not have it. Anyways, guys, until I see you guys back on the water, have a good one. Cheers.